What's going on, party people? It is your boy Coop, and today we are checking out the Masterwork Sunshot. Alrighty then, guys, so first of all, the way you get this catalyst is you need to have pledged to Future War Cult, and you need to have done that in the past. Like, you need to have done that a week ago. So if you're just now trying to figure out how to get it, like, it's probably too late. To unlock the perk for this catalyst, you gotta kill a bunch of, make a bunch of things explode, use the explosive perk that it has, it's, exotic side effect, I guess you could say, and that's pretty easy to do, an escalation protocol. Now, faction rallies will return, so if you got, say, Graviton Lance, like all those other nerds did this weekend, then you can go ahead and get this next week. Now, what you're going to get for the Masterwork is actually a huge boost. And I mean real big, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a huge boost to range and stability. And the range is awesome because we know hand cannons need that range. Unless you're using the better devils that have explosive rounds, you need that extra range so that the damage does not fall off, because that's essentially what range is doing. The further out it gets from its peak range is where the damage is going to fall off. So this really, really improves the range. And the stability is, I'm not going to lie, the stability is pretty nice. You don't want your hand cannons kicking up a whole lot. So this one has really, really good stability, and I am loving that. For PvP, I'm giving this weapon like a 9 out of 10. It really destroys. I mean, I think y'all saw like all 9,000 thralls, exploding at one time. It's kind of crazy. It sets off this chain reaction. Now, PvP is a different story. It is good. It is really good. It's really fun too. But it does have some drawbacks. Number one drawback for me is the magazine size, dude. This little 8-round mag is not doing the trick. If this were like a 2-tap pistol, if this were as powerful as the Graviton Lance, say, that would be a different story. But it's not. If it was, it's really hard to compete against those weapons. I mean, I found myself getting smoked every single time against those. And yes, I am going to go ahead and try to get into a melee battle with 3 dudes. Because that's just how I am, dude. I do that in the parking lot, dude. I go to the grocery store, I see somebody, I just punch them square in the face. And then there's 2 other dudes around, I just start punching them in the face too. And, that's how it usually turns out with me, laying in the parking lot dead. Anyways, moving on. So, other than the range, another drawback I would say is on console, hand cannons just aren't in a good place. They just don't move. They're not snappy. You don't have the movement, and the hand cannons just don't. You can't just click on someone's head. Okay, on console, these things just aren't in a good place because they are not strong enough. So, other than that, like, what are some of the perks for this weapon? I would say the range and stability do make this very competitive. You can really hit people. You can reach out and touch somebody. I mean, from a distance. Like, I'm hitting that dude from a pretty good ways away, and it's impressive the distance that you get from this. The stability, the way, there really is no kick. It's just the motion. There's an animation that every weapon has, of course, when you fire it in Destiny, as most games have an animation for the weapons, unless you're playing like Duke Nukem 3D back on, PC. But they have this animation, so that's really the only kick you're getting is the animation. Your reticle pretty much stays in the same spot, and that is really, really nice. If you're using the Lion Rampart with this, I found that to be extremely awesome. Because you can just no-scope dudes. Well, not really no-scoping, you're just not aiming down sights. I know it's a pistol, how do you no-scope with a pistol? You're just aiming down sights, and you can stay in the air forever with them. I think that really gives you a little bit of an advantage using this weapon, really a lot of weapons, but especially like a hand cannon, whenever you're trying to jump around, do a reload or something. Like, I think I just shoot this guy right here in the air, yeah, boom, just explodes. It's really nice for that with the Lion Rampart, and I would definitely recommend trying that. So, my overall thoughts on this for PvP are it will not be meta. It's absolutely not going to be meta, even though it is really, really solid. Now, I had the same thoughts about Crimson, and Crimson I actually would rank higher than this in PvP. If you're just excellent with hand cannons, you're landing every single headshot, it may be a different story. So the truth is, maybe I suck with hand cannons. That could be the case, but I feel like Crimson is definitely a league above this one in PvP when you're at that sexy range that you have to be at for Crimson, which is like kind of like medium close range. kind of like the anti-ope type range. If you're in that kind of range with the Crimson, you're going to melt people, and you're definitely going to win a battle against this weapon. Now this one does have more versatility, which is a word I just made up, guys. So go ahead and enjoy that. Go ahead and write that down. I'm going to send it into Webster's later on this afternoon. It has more versatility in the sense that it can be shooting from very far and very close, and it works, you know, fairly nicely. I really wish they would boost the mag size. I can't tell you how many times I died just because I had to reload and they didn't. That really sucks. Now I know you may be like, well, stop missing your shots, Coop. Well, you know what, guys? If there's two people there, you will not kill them both. It's not going to happen. Now, I was also no-scoping I keep saying no-scoping. I was also not aiming down sights quite a bit just to test how the accuracy is with it. And not aiming down sights, you land a lot of shots, way more than I would expect, and I think that's kind of cool. So I don't know if this has a little bit more accuracy when you're not aimed down sights for this weapon, because when you aim down the sights, you can see there's not really a reticle. It's kind of weird the way this one actually works. There's just like a little, you know, dot on the end of the gun that you're really using. Now, another great advantage to using this weapon is the handling is phenomenal. I find it very easy to get shots on target with this weapon over other hand cannons. I mean, don't just take this footage of as the only example, because I know I am missing a shitload of shots. But let's be honest, guys, I've been away for like 3 days, so I'm just not at my peak game. You know how YouTubers are always saying, like, oh my god, pardon my voice, like, I've been sick. Dude, what is like every YouTuber always sick? I'm not trying to be that. I'm not trying to say, you know, I was sucking in this footage because I've been awake for 3 days. You know, I'm not trying to make excuses of what I'm saying. I'm just not that great with this weapon. So maybe some of you are awesome with it. I'm not trying to be that YouTuber who's always sick all the time, making up excuses, even though the voice sounds completely normal, but they just want to say they're sick. I don't know. It's like a thing. So every YouTuber, I guarantee you've heard them at least once say, you know, oh, sorry about my voice. I'm sick, as though we're all sitting there critiquing their voice. I don't know. I'm just going off a little rant there, guys. I just had to get that off my chest. Anyways, the handling is awesome. I've loved the handling. I love the stability. I love the range. All those things are big pluses for this weapon. I do think it takes too many shots to kill someone. Too many. Like, I don't think I should have to shoot someone that many times. And it's a little more difficult getting those headshots at like medium long range. Close range, it's a little bit easier because the handling is really phenomenal. But you're not always going to be able to, because of the animation that it has when you fire, you're not always just going to be able to land multiple headshots in a row, and that's kind of where the problem comes in, and that's why it's going to take quite a few more shots. I just don't see this weapon you know, coming to the top, like raising to the cream of the crop here. I don't see it happening, and not because it's a bad weapon. It's a really good weapon, but for PvE, it's awesome. For PvP, I would definitely say go in with the Graviton Lance or the Vigilance Wing right now. If you're tired of using those weapons, definitely give this one a shot. I would also say for sure try the Cold Heart. I put out a review of that one, and that weapon is really fun on PvP. I would actually rank it above this one. The Masterwork for Cold Heart is awesome, as well as the Masterwork for Crimson. I would probably rank above this one. As far as, mainly just because the damage output is not that high, and you're not going to have dudes ganging up like these thralls. Anyways, guys, that is all for me. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you got the weapon. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Peace. I will see y'all next time.